So, guys, welcome back to MTA 360. We are here for the Newcastle Arsenal match review, and finally, he's wearing the number 14 jersey. Will he live up to the Henry legacy, or will he take over it, or will it be a disappointment? That's what the discussion topic would be. I would say he will live up to it more than anything. Let's hear it from the Arsenal Bangalore members here. So, today it's like first person everyone knows Ankur. I'll welcome him. Hi Ankur bro.
Hello, hello.
Yeah, and last podcast we had discussed and I'll welcome Piyush from River Sweep and then finally a new guest from Arsenal Bangalore, Vivek. Hi bro.
Hello.
Hello. So it's a Bangalore Arsenal Union podcast maybe after a long period of time. What do you think about Arsenal Newcastle game? Was it a Premier League game or was it a friendly? I didn't know, but we battered them for sure. That's what I can say. Pitch in your thoughts, guys. No more questions. First thoughts about the game. Anyone who wanna start can go ahead.
Vivek, go
Let's
ahead.
give it to the
You
let's
can.
give it to the new guest, Vivek.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I the intensity was as good as a Premier League game. I would say. I think at least Newcastle were on a mission, right? They wanted to get us as usual, tackles flying in from everywhere. Gimares and Joe Linton leading the line. I think at one point in like a space of this is even before the second half when Joe Linton did whatever he did to Dowman. I think even in the first half, over a period of 3 to 5 minutes, they were going in full blown, right? Lunging in.
Yeah.
Even Ateta at one point got ticked off and he was yelling at the fourth official. I don't think that fourth official would have ever seen someone yelling at him that way. Okay, that was like some serious Premier League yelling from Ateta. It felt like a Premier League game. I think in that way it was good. It was a proper warm up. Uh, I think all the players would have felt those Premier League juices running through them. It was a good one. It didn't feel like a preseason game for sure.
Yeah, perfectly explained. Simple words. So the best part about that is one moment I saw in the second half, Max Doman was pushed in by Joelinton. And
Yeah.
just because Joelinton went and said sorry to Max Doman, I felt Ben White got a bit calmed down. Or else
Mm.
I think he would have punched him, to be fair. But let's get on to Max Doman. Like that 20 minutes that he performed. A young guy 15-year-old kid, a physical team like Newcastle who were not thinking it as a friendly game, playing it like a Premier League, just killing on the right wing. What do you think about it, Piyush or Ankur? Anyone who wanna praise Max Doman more? Start off.
I mean, the more we see Max Doan, we just think of like how talented a player he is, and how lucky are we to have him as one of our Haaland boys. Like it's too good to watch him play. And I think Deepak, we both were discussing during the game also. I know it's very early stage, just 2 games, but try him out on the left, man. Just try him. I don't know. See, he still needs to learn, and he still will take some time. He's showing so much promise on the right. I think he has the talent in him to do it on the left. So I think just we should try him on the left. And another person that I want to call out here, generally we never seem to call him out, and we never seem to give him the credit that he deserves. And possibly Piyush can also add after I finish. It has to be Mertesacker. Like the amount of talent he's pushing through the ranks of our academy is something at least I haven't seen in a long time, to be honest. And getting Mertesacker as our academy manager, I think, was one of the best decisions that the club has made. So credit when it's due. Great shout out, huge props to Mertesacker. What he has been doing for the club is great. All the talents you see, Luis Kelly, you see Nwaneri, you see Doman, and I'm sure there are more to come. So thanks to our BFG, as we used to call him back in our days, and I think Piyush can also add if anything.
Yeah, Piyush, I'll just change it in a different way. Ankur said, let's try him it on the left. Like he said, let us try Max Doman on the left. Rather than that, can I ask you one question? Can we put on Saka on the right and then Max Doman on the left? Will it not
Uh,
be a better than we'll surely get much better from Saka over Martinelli?
so you mean Saka on the left and Doman on the right,
Yeah,
or but I think like we Arsenal fans should be like little humble, and we always have this agenda of pushing our young players on basis on the friendly matches. We have seen like so many players in like 5-10 years of the history that there will be a young player who will go in the friendlies or go in the tour and everyone will be hyping. Um, but I think what I'm hearing and what I've been reading about Doman is like he's one of the most player most like with the highest ceiling that everyone has seen, but we all know how it goes down. And I feel Arteta is someone who does not really trust the youngsters much. He does not like to play the youngsters unless it's like needed. Like last time we saw Skelly play because we didn't have any choice, to be honest. We all our left backs were injured, and that it had no choice but to play him, and he did play really well. But I
yeah,
think Doman is still like 15 years, very very young, um, and there's physicality factor in a Premier League game. The intensity is very high, and and a team like Arsenal, which is like now in so-called final phase of the project, I think it, I see him not getting that much of minutes as people are speculating he will get.
yeah,
I still feel because this is not the season where you would want to take chances unless and until like you have everyone injured, like Madueke injured, Martinelli injured, and everyone is injured. I That is the only time that I think that Doman can potentially get some minutes in Premier League or Champions League. But I think it's too early for him.
yeah.
I think we should take it slow, and this is not the season to give youngsters a chance. It's about pushing for that league title because we
Yeah,
now
yeah,
have
yeah.
Gyökeres.
I clearly agree, and I don't want Arteta to give Doman the time and let's say the stage time in front of all the clubs so that they can come and bid for him and everything. No, let him take his own time. The thing about Doman is I want him to just play for Carabao or maybe FA Cup. I don't want much. I was just simply randomly speculating on how you guys think about it because he's just 15 years old. He has a lot of time. I don't want Arsenal to depend on a 15-year-old to win a title this season. It's just that we want someone in the left wing that improves our squad to a different level. There, that is the only place that we are lacking right now. Vivek, I'll just come down to you because most of the left wing things I've heard from Ankur and Piyush about this last podcast. So, left wing, what do you think? Like Martinelli, Trossard, we know what their goods are and bads are and how weak it looks when it comes to their output for us. So, do you think we really need let's say a proper left wing, or will Eze be a solution, or can Madueke play that role? What do you think about that, or will you support Martinelli for it?
I mean, based on the Newcastle game, I think the one player who still looks off the boil is Martinelli. Even the players that came on, I think they were all good. They were sharp. Martinelli still seems to be going through whatever this phase is. The issue is that the phase has been going on for a while. It makes you wonder if this is what he is. Someone that can run with the ball, but then turns the other way and tends to pass back or dribble out of out of the pitch. So it is a little bit concerning. I mean, I don't think that he for sure is our guaranteed starting uh, winger on the left side. I am pretty confident that it'll be Madueke. I think he will most likely, if not the United game, he will probably definitely start from the second game of the season onwards. Unless Martinelli turns it up, then great. But I do feel like, especially with someone like Arteta, who when he took over, if we all remember, he was very clear that he wanted a left-sided, left-footed player on the left in the form of Xhaka. Now we've moved away from that entirely. It's clear that it's Declan Rice who's going to be the left eight, unless I mean we'll see what happens with Eze. But I wouldn't be surprised at all if we go back to someone who's completely left-footed on the left side, and we have Madueke not so much cutting in, but running to the byline and then putting those crosses in, right? Because we haven't had that. We haven't had that basically since, I mean, if I have to go all the way back, probably like Kolasinac, I guess, when he was cutting the balls in all the time. But yeah, we've missed Xhaka, and we've never been able to replace his left-footedness. So I wouldn't be surprised if Madueke, provided he doesn't start off on a big slump, he will probably be our starting choice. And Martinelli maybe to make more of an impact off the bench, and he earns his way back into the 11. But just to touch on it, I thought Trossard was really good. He was really sharp, right? I mean, maybe he's playing for a contract, maybe he's playing for a contract outside of Arsenal, but he was really sharp. He looked up for it.
Yeah. The only thing what I want from Martinelli is his pace and some sense from Trossard. Like what Trossard does with the ball, like looking at the ball and giving the crosses in a proper way. That's what I want Martinelli to do. Martinelli has the base, he runs, he cuts back and everything, but without sense, depending on the situation. So that is the only thing, that is the weakness Martinelli has, which is not trying to improve, is what I felt. Like
Yeah,
once Shaka left our club, he has not improved at all. He's not adapted to the situation that we wanted. Like that's what I've not seen any improvement from one player like Martinelli, because I had a lot of expectation from him. So yeah, any expectations, or will he improve with this squad with Zubimendi in, or should we go for a left wing?
Hmm. I think there's a lot of talk about Martinelli around that he has not been that great. Okay, he has not been that great, but I think Martinelli is among one of those players who is like a big game player. So whenever he plays a big game, I think Martinelli is always there, be it like a Madrid game, Chelsea game, United also. And I think Martinelli is someone who is underappreciated a lot because of his stats. Like people have too much expectation. Of course, in a club like Arsenal, when you're pushing for the title, you would expect your wingers to cross double digit. But I think last season he had like a goal less than Saka, and it was not that bad as people make it seems like. Martinelli is still good, still young. He's not, and he's quick. He's like the profile you would need against a lot of big teams. Uh, and I think there's a real interest in Eze. If Eze comes, I think he plays on the left, and then we'll have Madueke and Martinelli as well. But I think Eze is still far off from coming, and um, knowing Arteta, I don't think so. He'll push Madueke straight into the left side because we all know Madueke had an extended break after the World Cup, and I don't see him playing like probably like the opening game or two. Uh, might play 10, 15 odd minutes, maybe, but I think front three will be Martinelli, Gyökeres, and Saka to start the season.
Yeah, I also agree, and there's something I also wanted to kind of put in. I think, and uh, I hope that Madueke has been bought more with the perspective of a, say, a cover to Saka, or potentially a backup to Saka, or of that sorts. I don't see Madueke playing on the left much unless Eze comes. So if Eze comes, then the whole structure tweaks here and there. But yeah, I also will disagree with Vivek. I don't see Madueke starting the second game for sure. because he is having an extended break, and it was clear on the Arsenal website that Madueke will join the squad after the Asia Tour.
Yep.
So the Asia Tour ends what, this weekend, if I'm not wrong, right?
No, no, this
So
no,
that
midweek.
okay, so this weekend is 2nd, 3rd of August. If it ends
31st.
on midweek, by the
Yeah, yeah.
time by the
Yeah, yeah.
so by the time the squad and everyone are back in England, it's the end of the week. So it's 2nd, 3rd August, and our first game is what, like 10 days from then. And I'm very sure during this small window that the club and the players will have, this will be the time for the stupid commercials, this, that, everything. So all these things will be packed up during this period before the actual season kicks in. So I don't see Madueke being straightly brought into the team from in the first playing 11 or the second playing 11. He'll get this 10, 15 odd minutes. But yeah, as I think I'll agree with Piyush, mostly it's going to be Saka, Gyökeres, and Martinelli. Or I have changed my name today, Deepak. It might
Yeah,
be Havertz, Gyökeres,
that was
and
my
Saka.
question next. I was waiting for my moment to pitch it on that question because if you check the first preseason game and the second preseason game, I would say the second preseason game Havertz played much better
Yeah.
unless and until like there are certain headers that he missed. Other than that, he was exceptional with the assist on the first goal. He was doing well. I was surprised you didn't put Havertz believer in today's podcast. To be fair, that was my next question. But let's not bring on Havertz today because he had a perfect game unless other than a goal. To be fair, like 90% of the things what he did on the pitch was great. Only a goal was missing for him. Maybe a confidence thing, or maybe he's back properly from the injury. But the first two things I want you three guys to focus on is two players, Zubimendi and Martin Odegaard. With Zubimendi on the pitch, have you found a difference in Martin Odegaard's game, which I felt clearly in the second half because he was taking shots from outside. He was running faster. He was dribbling much faster. He was not coming to the center line to take the balls, which I felt all. I want everyone's thoughts about inclusion of Zubimendi in the team helped Martin Odegaard. Yes or no? And your thoughts on that. Piyush, you can
Yeah,
go for it.
yeah. I said in the last podcast also when we were talking, I think with Zubimendi in, it not only unlocks Rice and then because Rice becomes a free man and Zubimendi is more on a central position and that really helps Martin Odegaard because last season at times when Marino was playing ahead uh, and Rice was playing far defensive, Odegaard had to come a lot of time because there was no one to make the play from the central of the pitch. Like if you see Arteta's team, whenever we had like Zaka or when Partey and Rice were playing, and Rice was playing like little bit back deep, he was the one creating. And I think that role is shifted to Zubimendi with um, Rice going much forward, and then that helps Odegaard a lot. But I still think Odegaard is looking sharper than what he looked the entire season last time, probably because of the injuries that he picked up last season at the start and then again in mid. He never looked like the player like he was a season before when he was
Yeah,
looking so sharp, so comfortable on the ball. And with Odegaard looking sharp and with a target man in front of him now, and then Howard is
yeah,
also like great. I think Odegaard's form is very crucial this season for us to do well. And I don't know if Odegaard does well. I think it's a great chance, and Zubimendi does help a lot of players around him to play at their preferred position, which we were not able to do last time because a lot of injuries here and there, and then a lot of issues we all know with Partey and all the stuff, external stuff that happened. So, so
yeah.
Zubimendi will unlock a lot of players, not only Odegaard is what I feel, but hopefully he adjust to the Premier League pace because that is something that is very tough, and you would get to know once because La Liga is very different to a Premier League physical wise.
Vivek, I'll just give you two more questions, maybe difficult or an easy ones for you to answer. Thing is, Zubimendi, first game, AC Milan, he was, what I felt is, physicality was something that was missing for him. Second game, Newcastle, they were playing like a Premier League game, full on physical. He played one of the like good games for Arsenal that day. He unlocked Martin Odegaard. Is he an upgrade for Partey, or will you say he's a replacement?
So I think they're very different players because I mean I think Zubimendi is your he seems to be your typical uh, DLP, that's what we used to call them, deep line playmaker. He's gonna cut through the lines where possible. He's going to intercept where possible, but really he is someone who's going to pick the ball up deep. He's going to dribble a little bit, but he's going to find a way out. Whereas Partey was quite different with the way he played, but in terms of the system itself, I think he's an upgrade. He is probably what Arteta has been looking for, and that's probably why we've been I don't know, we've been trying to get him for the best part of the last 12 to 16 months. So he is an he's an upgrade for us in the sense how Arteta wants us to play, and it's going to be very exciting to see how he unlocks us going forward in attack. But I also think one of what will make Zubimendi a real success is having someone like a Rice next to him, because I think he needs that defensive foil, someone who has the engine to go up and down. If Rice is not there, when I say not there, if he's injured or for some reason he's not playing a game, it's going to be interesting to see who plays alongside him in that middle three, to see who does that galloping to and fro, because I think that's a very important thing that Zubimendi will also feed off of. But yeah, otherwise he's probably going to unlock a lot of things for us in attack. Very exciting times, be it him trying to play through our wingers directly or trying to thread through the passes to our number nine. Well, not a number nine, he's going to be a number 14, but yeah, it's exciting times for sure.
Yeah, so the thing is just like a minute thing that I saw in the game is like whenever Zubimendi gets the ball and is trying to run to their D box, what I saw is if it's going on the right, Rice naturally comes back as a
Mm,
defensive, like a box to box midfielder, or like he drops down. I found that in that game against Newcastle.
yeah, yeah,
That is a combination that they have developed now, which is a good thing. And the through balls in the D box is what I felt a great thing, great sign from Zubimendi, which we used to get from Partey from like from the midfield or something. But when it goes to the top end, he might not give such passes. It was side
yeah,
passes and back passes. He tries to give through passes, maybe like take a shot, take it, first touch shot, which I'm expecting
yeah,
from Gyökeres, which no one in our team other than Saka does it. Odegaard did it in the last game. It
Yeah.
tried shooting from outside, forceful, like powerful shots from outside, which I never expected from Odegaard. And I've seen, like, I guess one of the 35-yard, uh, like, the free kick was taken by Zubimendi other than
yeah,
Rice or Odegaard.
Yes, yes.
So we have different options from taking like free kicks with Zubimendi, Rice, and Odegaard as well. So I clearly feel it is an upgrade. So Ankur, I'll bring it on you because Havertz has been our striker. Gyökeres with number 14 is not going to be on the bench. He's going to be the striker. And Havertz will play a clear role for us as well. I'm pretty sure he'll play a clear role for us in many games as well. But with Zubimendi in our team, will it benefit Gyökeres, or is it Odegaard that is going to benefit Gyökeres more in it? What do you think on that aspect? That trio.
See, in terms of the role that Zubimendi brings, and now with Gyökeres, I think obviously the ideal scenario would be Zubimendi unlocking Odegaard, Odegaard unlocking Gyökeres, and then Gyökeres unlocking a goal for us. Like while we know that Gyökeres is good at long range shots and those things, but as a striker, probably the number of long range goals that you will score would be lower than a proper striker goal where you are standing at the correct position, you get a last minute pass, you do a small dribble and you take a shot, or you go inside the box and you are taking a shot. So those little passes, little cuts, little runs, Odegaard will do. Odegaard will give that final assist. Gyökeres has told in his interview also, I'm looking for someone who will give me assists.
Yeah, that's what I was
So,
next to mention.
I think Odegaard has to be the one of the key persons to do that. So I feel it's kind of a chain reaction. Zubimendi unlocking Odegaard, Odegaard unlocking Gyökeres. Just one thing, Vivek was mentioning that if games where Rice is not playing and Zubimendi is playing, then how does the setup? I think I may be wrong. I think Norgard will play for sure, obviously, and then the roles will switch. Like when it's Norgard and Zubimendi, Zubimendi will do the stuffs that
Left
Rice
side.
will do
Mhm.
when it's Rice and Zubimendi.
It's
Zubimendi can
possible.
also do the long passes.
Yeah.
Zubimendi is known for that. If you see your those La Liga famous YouTube compilation videos or the couple of games that I've seen in the past,
YouTube
he
merchant.
can do it.
Yeah.
So maybe we can see something like that. And
It's a good point. Yeah.
speaking of Havertz, I don't know. Havertz potentially Piyush knows when he was signed. The rumors was that he was signed in the midfield for the midfield role, potentially as Zaka replacement, something like that. I don't know. Havertz
Yeah, yeah.
can be
Before pitching in, I'll just let you know, Havertz is gonna be Jokeres' main substitution for this game. What I'm thinking is no front play like the starter players like Odegaard, Saka, Gyökeres, Zubimendi, and let's say Declan Rice.
nice.
These five players, and maybe one of Saliba and Gabriel. Any of these six players won't complete a game. Like out of these six players, any five players won't complete a game after 65 to 70 minutes. That's what I, if Arteta learns his transfer, like the substitution thing, and if he believes in these players, I don't think these five players out of the six won't complete, especially Saka and Jokeres and let's say Zubimendi, because I would think he will like sustain, like take them, place them for Champions League, Carabao Cup, and so on and so forth, because we have players. Norgard will be a proper substitution for box to box or a defensive midfielder, maybe for a Rice or Zubimendi, depending on the situation. Madueke for Saka, we know. Havertz for um, Gyökeres. Venieri for Odegaard, that depends on the situation. So that's what I'm speculating. And Mosquera for Gabriel or Saliba, depends on that as well. And Calafiore is there. So more than
No, no,
Odegaard,
I disagree.
yeah, go
I
ahead.
disagree. Gyökeres is your premier top signing. Zubimendi is the top signing. They will play until and
Because I don't
unless
want
it's
them to play 90 minutes, bro. That's the thing. I want them to
no, you
rest.
have to play. You see, Gyökeres is your prime player. He's your prime number nine. No matter until and unless we are like some 3-4 nil up or something, you need that striker. You need that impact. You take any club. You see Haaland like last season. Okay, he had a uh, bad season, but the season before that, when he was belting goals and goals and goals, you need them. I am quite sure that your best players have to be on the pitch for your best games and in Premier League and for the whole 90 minutes. Yes, there are five substitutions. There will be some here and there for sure, but I don't think so that it will be a straight up thing, or it has been made clear to Gyökeres that every 70-minute odd
Yeah,
might be
small
sub.
correction. Other than the big six games, I am pretty sure with Yokoros income, 60 minutes, we are gonna be 2-0 or 3-0. That like that
I
super positive. That's the reason
I
why I said
hope so.
65 minutes. Yeah,
See, any
Piyush, Vivek,
FA Cup doesn't come before December, right? If I'm not wrong, FA
December
Cup
or
is not.
January. Before that, no.
Yeah, so before that, and Champions League
Carabao
also
Cup.
comes, I think, before the Carabao Cup will be there for sure. And Carabao Cup, obviously, Gyökeres and all, I doubt he'll play.
Yeah,
He might not even make the squad. But I don't think Premier League and especially defense. The fact that you are
yeah,
saying Gabriel and Saliba, take any team, the center back pairing is your strongest pairing. See, in any successful teams, you will have center backs who have played each and every minute of the league.
yeah,
So center backs, until and unless there is an injury, there is a precaution or there is something, I don't see a straight up, clear, predictable transfer. Or sorry, what do you say? Substitute. And Saka, I hope he's given now those breaks with Madueke and all. Last season we did not have that opportunity.
yeah,
Gyökeres has to play, man. He's your premier. He's your marquee signing. He has to play.
yeah. Vivek, I'll just come to you with etiquette signing and with Isaac on their plans. Do you think with Jokeres in our team, are you like fuck off whatever they are doing with the signings? We are strong enough. Is that your mentality, or like they are also strong? We are strong, but like it will be a match and match. So are you on a 50-50 path, or like thinking Arsenal is on
If
a higher step?
if Liverpool signs Isak, I think the league is done. Like no matter who
Oh,
we sign, no matter who
I
we
mean,
sign, because so Isak is one of the players that is like really a world class player. Like
Piyush,
Gyökeres is a great player, but if you give me an option to sign between Isak or a Gyökeres, like I would take Isak any day because Isak is genuinely among the top three strikers currently in the world. What he does, like no other player does, and Liverpool already have a great setup, great set of players, and with Isak coming in, it's like a huge upgrade. If Isak does not join, we have a chance, but I think Arsenal is like I think this season is still I think our best chance to win the league.
if
We have strengthened our squad so much, and if we can't improve on the last three seasons, then I don't think so we'll ever win the league in next 5 years as well. I think this season is make or break. But
yeah,
if Isak signs for Liverpool,
yeah, even
it's
if I
gonna be hard.
I'll counter on you, Piyush, regarding that. Even if Isaac signs for Liverpool, I would say with Jokeres coming for Arsenal is much more stronger for us than them, because Luis Diaz is almost going on. Frimpong, we have seen the pace and everything, but defensively we have not seen him yet. Their midfield is yet to be strong compared to us. When you take on the complete squad, they have not fulfilled everything. They are strong with etiquette and everything. 90 million for etiquette, I'm not yet sure. 65 million for Gyökeres. Okay, if people are saying Gyökeres 65 million is higher, they are not ready. How can you say etiquette to Liverpool is like perfectly fine?
So
And one more thing is Isak's injury rate. The thing is, any we know if a player comes to Arsenal, they have an injury record. What do you
no,
think?
so
Like, he
he,
also has
he
injury records.
lot of people show Isak's injury record, but let me just remind you, played 35 out of 38 Premier League games last season, scored 25 goals for a team like Newcastle, and I'm not even selling Isak. Florian Wirtz is like he's like an insane player, and the thing which makes Liverpool strong is like Salah, Wirtz, and those players like are like insane world class player. I don't think so. We have anyone in the class of like a Mohamed Salah or if Isak goes in our squad because those players like they are really world class. We have a great squad, no doubt, but I think Liverpool has just that edge, like because even if they're goal down, like last season we have seen so many times that they were goal down, 2 goals down, but they have such great players, individual players who can change the game very quickly. We all hope that Saka does it for us. He was injured last season. I think that was a very sad part. And I
Yeah,
think that just makes Liverpool little bit, you know, ahead.
that's the difference this season, I'd say. Two things I'll tell you. Yeah, till last season we are dependent more on Saka. This season we have Gyökeres, Saka, and then we can depend on Zubimendi and Odegaard. That is the difference. And one more line from the great Eric Ten Hag: "Era has come to an end." Vivek, you want to pitch in? You want to counter? You have been silent, listening to Piyush, supporting more Liverpool than
No,
Arsenal. I'm like,
that's because I was being patient. I think Isaac for 150 million is too much.
yeah,
Like there is no way he's worth 150 million. He is, I don't know, maybe top five strikers in the world. I wouldn't even put him in the top three category because there is obviously Haaland. You still have Lewandowski, I guess. I mean, he's still no muck, no. I mean, he still goes about his business the way he's supposed to. Potentially, Sesko is probably going to outshine a lot of these players as well. So I don't think Isak for 150
Mbappe.
million is. And there's Mbappe,
Yeah.
yeah, right. So Isak for 150 million. I hope Liverpool buy him because I can. I mean, unless there is a Van Persie-esque renaissance to like his fitness, he's never going to complete a full season playing all games. And even Van Persie at best could do it for like 2 seasons, one with Arsenal, one with United, and after that he had his hamstring strains again, right? So if it's 150 million, then fair enough. I mean, I think that's going to burn a hole in their pocket, and I don't know if it's. I mean, how much of it is going to be worth it? He's not going to go anywhere else. I don't think he wants to go to Chelsea unless Chelsea cough up the money and he does end up going there. I'm not too sure. But Isak for 150 million, even if he does go to Liverpool, I wouldn't be too worried. But if he does go to Liverpool, I would say that we should probably buy Eze because I don't think without Eze we
yeah.
can tackle Liverpool on that season alone. It's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out with him almost as good as handing in a transfer request, even if he hasn't formally done it. It almost seems like that it's a much more high profile Yuan Kabai kind of situation. If anyone remembers him, like he put in a transfer request and wanted to move, and it never happened. He just continued playing there. But of course, this is much more high profile. I don't know if Liverpool can buy him though, but we'll have to wait and see.
But
Yeah. So
Liverpool just got 80 million from Luis Diaz, and they
Okay,
will sell
that's all
Harvey,
that is.
and they will sell Harvey Elliott, and they will sell Darwin Nunes. So if they sell those two players, they
They can
get the
afford him.
money of Isak. And like, if I don't know why people don't understand, like Isak is like the top three striker in the world right now.
No, how is he
no,
top
no,
three
no.
in the world? He
Isaac,
never
I
did it at the
would
highest
never
level.
say Isaac is not
Isak
in
is
the top five,
definitely not
top
top
three.
three. No.
Never,
We'll see.
never a
We'll
top
see.
three. You
Remember
will
the
see
date and
that.
time.
You will see that for sure. I'm not saying Gyökeres will perform to the extreme and then think
No,
I
nothing
I,
like
agree.
that.
I'm
Not
I'm
supporting
I'm very
Arsenal, but
happy. I'm very happy with Gyökeres because we can't. I don't think so. We have the balance to spend 150 million on a single player. So everything wise, Gyökeres fits our squad perfect. But if Isak was available, like I would have dreamed of Isak, but of course
For
it's not
150
possible.
million,
Even Orniston said in his article, yeah,
do
that
from
is
you
what
day
think he's
one,
Orniston
worth
also
it?
tells.
I
Like
guess
the
out of all four of us, from day one, whichever, like in my regional podcast or whichever podcast you have heard or anyone, I was not a fan of Isaac coming to Arsenal. I didn't
No,
want
even
him to
even
come.
not me
I didn't
because
want him to come to Arsenal, no matter what. I didn't want
see,
him.
he might have played those
let's
34 games last season, but that was not his first season at Newcastle, and I don't know what happens. You can blame Arsenal medical board or you can blame the training methodologies or whatever. We have had players, little bit injury prone players also come to us and have long term injuries. The example lists are long. So if I know that there is a player who is injury prone, had just a one good injury free
Season.
season, I will not. And if I have better if Isaac was the only option out there, please go for
Yeah.
it. But if we have other options, I am extremely happy with Gyökeres. I feel Isaac will join Liverpool. I think he will end up joining Liverpool. But I
Yes.
don't see Isaac having an impact
Yeah,
that great.
simple example is like Partey. How many years has he played for Arsenal? And last season was the most number of games he played. He did well as well. That does not mean he has done a lot for Arsenal as well, right? So one good season, just one season last year, Isak did well. That does not mean he's gonna perform the same thing with Liverpool. With Etiquette in and Isak in together, I don't think they are gonna be the same thing. But anyways, that was a great thing that I put in with that topic. One thing that I want to lastly discuss about this is like as we have joined together, what is your like expectation from Gyökeres? How many goals are you expecting? Like how want him to score, and
So
that will help our season to win the trophy. Like start from
I,
Ankur.
Uh 20 plus at least overall.
Overall, in the sense
15.
Champions League and Premier League, right?
No, 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 no. Overall Premier League.
Premier League. Goals
Yeah.
and assists or goals only?
I would love to be goals only, but I would not be disappointed if it's goals and assists, because the fact being, we our team, we have players who can score goals. I mean, see, you have squads like Man City, yeah, they are also a great team, but probably 80% of the goals are being scored by Haaland, who is a prolific striker, no doubt
Yeah,
about it.
yeah,
I feel Arsenal are a team, we would have 3 15 15 goal scoring players rather than one player scoring 30 goals. So I think and I want Gyökeres in Premier League only to have a 20 plus goals and assists season.
yeah. Vivek,
I think 30 goals and assists, all competitions,
wow,
100%.
that's the
It's going to happen.
confidence that I want.
All
Yeah,
Goals
competition
and
is
Piyush.
telling,
assists,
but
goals and assists. Both.
So
um,
he's predicting low. I said 20 plus goals and assists only in Premier League, and Vivek is saying 30 plus goals and assists all competitions. 30 goals
I'm
and
saying,
assists. I'm saying 30 plus.
I'm saying over under. What is an over under game, right? So I'm saying over 30 goals and assists, all competitions.
All competition. I like the positivity. I want Piyush to know. Will I like
He's
Yokra
going to say
score
10
more than
goals now.
Isak?
no, I so
Piyush,
if we have to win the league, Gyökeres has to score around
that's not my
25 goals
question. That's not
in
my
the league.
question. Will Yokra
25
score
in the
more
league.
goals than Isak?
Uh, um, if Isak is in Liverpool, then Isak is scoring 30 in the
Yeah,
league.
he's probably
My
going to score if he joins
God.
Liverpool. If he joins Liverpool,
Gyökeres,
yeah.
yeah, if he joins Liverpool, but I think Gyökeres will score 20 to 25 in Premier League, but not about scoring. I think if we have to win the league, he has to score 20-25 goals in the league,
Yeah, yeah,
because if you have seen previously Haaland, when City won the league, Haaland had 25 plus goals. When
yeah,
Liverpool won the league, Salah had 25 plus goals. And in our one of the best scoring season, Havertz as a striker scored 14 goals and assisted 7. So if Havertz can score 14 and 7 assists, a striker like Gyökeres has to score 25 minimum
yeah,
goals
yeah.
for us to have any chance at the league.
Yeah, with the passion that he has been showing for Arsenal, with the assists that he's been requesting from players, I am expecting and I am wishing him to score at least 25 goals. Rest, Saka, Odegaard, other players will for sure score it. I am positive. The only thing I want Gyökeres to score two major goals, one in Etihad and one in Anfield. We are due win there. I want him to go and score, and it should be the winning goals. Do the celebration. I just want to see the face of Haaland and let's say the Anfield fans. That's my
I
dream.
I have I have one controversial thing here to say. Uh, Vivek probably will kill me. Uh, Even if we are winning the league, I want us to win the league, and I really hope. I don't think so. We are winning at Anfield. We might draw. We are not winning at Anfield.
He could win at Anfield.
I don't.
I think Arne Slot's
I don't think so.
time is finally going to not time is going to run out, but I think we'll start seeing it this season. That flying off of Klopp's end, and Salah playing for a bumper contract, Van Dijk playing for a bumper contract. I mean,
Yeah,
we saw what AC Milan did to them. I'm not saying like, I mean, preseason defines everything,
yeah,
but there's something there. I don't think they're going to be as good this season.
yeah. Perfect. Piyush has been like talking more for Liverpool than Arsenal, which.
No, I'm talking more. I'm talking realistic. I'm just being realistic here.
I know. Just
Just
taking
for
a break, bro.
Deepak, I think Deepak Vivek knows, and for the folks who will be watching this video later, Piyush is someone who rates Nelson at times higher than Saka, so that is how much importance one should pay to Piyush's thoughts. So I leave it up to it. I have seen
No,
Piyush
but
like Vivek. We have
but
seen Piyush ranting in screenings that
wait,
Saka is
wait.
not doing. Sub
No, but
Saka bring Nelson up.
jokes apart and everything aside, like I rate Isak more, but Gyökeres fits our system very good because we needed a target man. We needed someone who can, take the first touches, first touch shot. And I think Joker is at what 58 plus whatever add-ons or whatever is a steal deal for a striker who has scored like 40, 45 in last 2, 3 seasons, and that too with limited supply. Like now he will play with Odegaard, with Rice, with Zubimendi, with
Rudimendy.
Saka. So
Yeah,
expecting 25 goal banger from Jokeres.
yeah. With the positive note from Piyush, we'll end this topic here. That's it for the day. Piyush, thank you for your words, bro. Vivek, bro, thank you for joining. Hope you join again. Ankur, bro, as
Absolutely.
Yep.
usual, we'll catch up again. Thank you,
Yes.
guys. Have a nice day.
Thank
Bye.
you.
No,